In this video, I'm going to take you through the top 5 most forgotten brawlers and Brawl Stars right now. I'll explain why they're not as popular as they once were, and discuss what could be done to improve them so they become more viable choices in the game again. Number 5, Bonnie. Starting off our list at number 5 is Bonnie, who currently has a very low use rate of just 0.23%. One of the biggest issues with Bonnie is her speed. When she's in her cannon, she moves very slowly, making it difficult to escape from aggressive brawlers like Kit or Edgar, unless she has her super or gadget available. Another major downside is her reload speed, which is not particularly fast, and she only has a single ammo slot, further limiting her ability to deal consistent damage. On the positive side, Bonnie does have high health and long range while inside her cannon, which can be useful in certain situations. However, once she exits her cannon, she has a high damage per second DPS output, but suffers from short-range attacks and significantly lower health, making her an easy target. To make Bonnie a more competitive option, Supercell could consider reducing the time it takes for her super to activate once she leaves the cannon and possibly increasing her overall health slightly. Number 4, Eve. Coming in at number 4 is Eve, with a use rate of just 0.22%. The main issue with Eve is that she has been overshadowed by Angelo. Before Angelo was introduced to the game, Eve was the only brawler who had the ability to move over water, making her a popular pick. However, after Angelo's release, her relevance dropped significantly. Angelo not only does more damage, especially with his super, but he's also easier to play and has slightly more health. One of the biggest challenges when playing Eve is mastering her super. It requires precise timing and placement so that her hatchlings spawn correctly and provide value in battle. Another issue is that Supercell seems to have forgotten about her. She hasn't received a buff or nerf in over 2 years. To bring Eve back into the spotlight, she needs either a health buff or a damage increase, making her a more appealing choice compared to Angelo. Number 3, Janet. Surprisingly, Janet is also among the least used brawlers, with a use rate of 0.22%. Over the past year, she has received multiple buffs, including improvements to her main attack, super, and gadgets. However, despite these changes, she still isn't a top pick for most players. One reason for her lack of popularity is the way her main attack works. It needs to be charged in order to reach long-range brawlers effectively. Without her star power, vocal warm-up, the charging time feels too long, making her less efficient in combat. Additionally, she is an easy target for assassins if she doesn't have her super ready. To make Janet more viable, her supercharge rate should be increased so she can escape from dangerous situations more frequently. And her main attack's charge time should be reduced to allow her to fight long-range opponents more effectively. Number 2, Ashe. At number 2, we have Ashe, with a use rate of just 0.20%. If you were expecting him to be in first place, you're not alone. Many players assume Ashe is the most forgotten brawler. Despite receiving numerous buffs, he remains unpopular in the game. Ashe's main problem is that his attack takes time to connect with opponents. By the time he lands a hit, enemies often escape or deal significant damage to him. On top of that, he is easily countered by most brawlers when his rage level is at its first stage. If he does manage to reach his third rage stage, he is likely already at low health and will either need to heal, losing his rage in the process, or risk dying quickly. Another major issue is his super. When activated, Ashe spawns 5 small robots that barely deal any damage and get eliminated almost instantly in 90% of situations. To fix Ashe, he needs a faster main attack speed and a much-needed buff to his super to make it more useful in battle. Number 1, Pam. Finally, the most forgotten brawler in the game right now is Pam. According to Brawl Time Ninja statistics, she is currently the least used brawler, which is quite surprising. Pam actually has a lot of strengths. She deals decent damage, has high health, and possesses a fast reload speed. However, she shares a major flaw with Ashe. Her attack takes too long to connect with enemies. This makes her less effective in combat compared to other brawlers. Her healing turret is another aspect that could use some improvements. While it provides healing for her and her teammates, its range is quite small, making it less effective in larger battles. To make Pam relevant in the current meta again, her main attack speed needs to be increased, and her healing turret's range should be expanded to provide better support to teammates. Conclusion, and there you have it. The top 5 most forgotten brawlers in Brawl Stars. If Supercell makes the right balance changes, these brawlers could become viable choices once again. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It really motivates me to create more videos like this. Which brawler do you think deserves a buff the most? Let me know in the comments.